One, two, one, two. All right, let's roll.
Welcome. You're listening to the Saddle Up Podcast,
where we discuss everything related to UTRGV athletics, past or present. We'll catch up with old teammates, friends, and take you down memory lane
with exclusive interviews.
This is the Saddle Up Podcast,
the voice of your covered walkway streets.
So dope. This is gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned for new episodes every week.
From Bronx Village to the Fieldhouse,
we'll cover it all.
Hell yeah, dude. Carpe diem.
So saddle up and let's go.
Let's go. Saddle up, partner.
What's going on, good people? We're here for another episode of Saddle Up Podcast. It's been 7 days since we've seen you guys. We couldn't be happier to be back. And G, I got you. G, where are you coming from? You're on the road. Where are you at right now?
I'm on the road, man, and I would stop out. I would do this on the road, in my living room, in the bedroom. I would do this podcast from the beach, from Cancun, where LeBron's at right now. I would do it from anywhere in order to have this individual that we have on right now. Well, I would do it from anywhere. I would even do it from a wing barn, coincidentally.
I'm so glad you're on your Texas country reporter type shit, and you're all about you're everywhere. But this week, who do we have? Speaking of wing barn, who do we have this week as our fabulous guest?
Yeah, Mr. Bobby Saenz, man. He's joining us straight out of Bronzeville, Texas, baby. So thank you, Bobby, for joining us, man.
Welcome to the show. It's been forever. We've been trying to get you on. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, Bobby, are you a fan of the show? Because I know you kind of support us with gift certificates, and Wing Barn has been great to us. Trust me. But do you actually listen to the show, or have you heard any of the episodes?
Yeah, I listen to some. I try to get all of them in there, just depending on the schedule. But yeah, definitely supporting you guys. We're trying to push you guys.
I love that.
To get out there, right? So
we push. Yeah, we're very thankful for your support. So I just want to say that from the jump. Wing Barn, it's dang good.
Yeah, and
we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. For those that haven't really watched the show or gonna start to, Bobby is kind enough, and his wife Anna, to
Anna.
share it. Yeah, shout out to Anna. Obviously the backbone of the operation. They so graciously provide us with gift cards to give away to our guests. We do a speed round of questions. We do trivia. We just recently gave away $100 wing barn card to Mr. Iran Perez that won the NCAA bracketology.
Yeah.
The bracketology. So
we couldn't
really
do it without you, Bobby. So,
no.
But now, obviously, we're here to sing your praises because you take care of us, right, and take care of our audience. But let's really talk about you and how you got. Are you originally from the Valley, or kind of what is your origin story to? Leading up to right now, when you've got 11 locations across the Valley with wing barns, and you also have what is that? The Barnyard Burger. Yes, you got that in Brownsville. So again, what kind of let us know what your story is?
Yeah, so I'm from Laredo, Texas, not too far from the Rio Grande Valley. Maybe 3 hours away, and I went to Texas Tech. Graduated from business school at Texas Tech University, Red Raider. So red and black, the wing barn.
Yeah, so I see it now. I get it now.
That makes sense now. The connection.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Yeah.
So I sort of threw that in there. But yeah, it started off in retail. The retail business at a chain store called Mervyn's back in the day.
Wow.
And so out of California, and that's where that store was.
I've been to a Mervyn's. They used to. Yes, I've been to a Mervyn's. That's awesome.
Hey, could you, Matt? Were you able to shop at a Mervyn's as a baby giraffe growing up?
Yes. My mom would shop there, and it was hard to find. Well, I could find jeans, right? But then a week later, the jeans didn't fit anymore. So I was I was walking around with like after about 2 weeks, those jeans just look like, what do they call where they go up
Capris.
halfway up the shin,
Capris.
Capris, yeah. So I got my capris from Mervin's, Bobby. So yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. So
Bobby,
worked in Laredo for a couple of years, got promoted, went to Corpus for a while, then moved down to the McAllen area for a while. And then Mervin's wanted to grand open a store here in Brownsville. And they chose me to come grand open the store. I'd never been to Brownsville, never been in, this part of the town. I didn't know anything about Brownsville at all.
Yeah.
Didn't know anybody, and moved this way. And that's sort of how I got here to the Brownsville area. I worked in Mervin's, then I worked at HEB for a little bit as well as a store director.
Yeah.
And found Anna here, found my wife. Ended up getting married, and then that sort of turned into her cousin, my partner, Daniel, is a chef.
Yeah.
So that whole idea of Wing Barn came with that inspiration of, Daniel being there, being a chef. And I said, hey, I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit in me.
Of course.
My grandfather was an entrepreneur. My dad was an entrepreneur. So for me, that was my goal. My goal was to open a business. I didn't know what, I didn't know, much about it, right? I just knew that was.
You just had that fire.
Goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And in retail,
wow.
you learn so much in retail. You learn customers, you learn specials, sort of the marketing, how to deal with employees, how to deal with, other people, right? The back end of things, HR, the list can go on and on, inventory. So I got such a good base, learning from retail that I was able to come into the restaurant business. I never worked in a restaurant ever. And I opened up Wing Barn, that was the first restaurant I ever worked in.
Wow.
So sort of ironic, yeah.
Where was the original? Is the original location still open? Where was that? Because I know you got.
Yeah. What was the first one? What was the first one,
Yeah.
Bobby?
Yeah, it's on Boca Chica here in Brownsville. We started off in Brownsville. We're from Brownsville, and a lot of people don't understand or don't know. But we created Wing Barn. Wing Barn it was first created in Brownsville, Texas. We're not a franchise. We didn't buy into the system or the program. We created Wing Barn. So the only Wing Barns that exist are in the Rio Grande Valley.
Wow.
And the Rio Grande Valley is our home. And that's where we're from. We live here. Our kids go to school here. We're from the valley, and we're part of this community.
That's amazing.
And if you haven't had a chance to go and dine in Wing Barn, I strongly suggest that you go. I know that the name, of course, their specialty, and they have awesome wings. It's in the name, right? But their menu is like ridiculously good. Like it's like they have burgers, they have chicken sandwiches, they have turkey burgers, I believe, Bobby. I think I had a turkey burger the other day.
Yeah.
You have
salads,
wraps.
bowls.
Yes, I had the wrap bowls. Yes, like the protein bowls. Right. For those that are trying to do more keto and more, less bread and less dough and all that good stuff, man. But your desserts are awesome too, dude. And that's probably a cheat day. You probably
for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's really a fun experience. You can go watch sports there. You can drink, man. You can drink some beers there. It's really a go-to place, man. I just wanted to point that out because I've had the pleasure of.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of eating there too a couple of months ago when I was down there in Edinburgh. But speaking of sports, so obviously you're not just a supporter of Saddle Up Podcast, right? And we already sung your praises and we thank you for that. But you have kind of come on the scene as one of the big supporters for UTRGV athletics. Now, what is, and you we'll get into your kids in a little bit too, because off air we were talking about your two sons and your daughter, right? But what's kind of the fire behind the sports? Were you in sport? Did you play sports in college or in high school? Like, where does your love for sports and where does that enthusiasm come from?
Yeah, well, I think sports played a huge part of my life. My parents instilled in us, hard work, dedication, work ethic. And growing up, my sport was basketball, so I loved it.
Shit.
High
There you
school,
go.
high school was my thing. I was, team captain, my senior year, all district back in the day.
What
So,
high school did you go to, Bobby?
What I'm talking about.
St. Augustine High School in Laredo. So
St.
pretty,
Augustine
it
High
was St.
Okay.
Joe was when I played, we didn't play St. Joe. Previous years the teams would come down to Brownsville and play St. Joe, and then when I got to my playing years in high school, St. Joe sort of fell off. So we never had the chance to play, here in Brownsville.
Hey, let me define fell off for you, Matt, because I know you're gonna be like, oh well, St. Joe, that's where G played. They fell off at some point. We changed divisions, right?
Yeah,
So
conferences
we were
or whatever.
at a certain level, 3A, 4A, and I think we moved into another level, so we didn't play St. Augustine at that time. But man, I would have loved to play against Bobby. I would have loved to play against Augustine. But the funny thing is, and Bobby and I talk about it all the time, the rivalry between Laredo, St. Augustine, and St. Joe is very, very real. Mm-hmm. It was back then, and and now that St. Augustine and St. Joe are in the same conference again and same district, that rivalry is alive. And we actually attended a game when my son was playing St. Joe against Augustine this past year, and it was crazy, man. Right?
Yeah, it was good.
Crazy stuff. It was really good game. But so you what sport? So basketball was your thing. Did you play other sports? Did you play? Well, I don't think they had football, right?
No football. I played baseball. So basketball and baseball,
baseball.
but basketball was my main one. And
that's
again, I think business and sports go hand in hand. There's sacrifice,
of course.
Again, dedication. You got to take feedback. You got to be a team player. You got to do things you don't want to do all the time. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. The preparation, the planning, the strategy, all that is learned in sports. And for me and my family, I push sports a heck of a lot, on my boys. And my 3-year-old daughter is still young, but I still have plans for her to be in the sports scene as well. Because I think it builds character. Builds character.
Yeah.
Makes you, mentally strong, physically strong, and teaches you how to deal with life.
Yeah. There's definitely a resiliency factor when you play sports, whatever sport it is, right? It's definitely something where you're not going to, that cliche saying you win some, you lose some, right? Like there's definitely, hey, if you get knocked down or you lose a game, you got to get back up and go to practice and work on making a weakness a strength, right? And so I totally get it, and I love that. And that can be applied to business, like you said, where you have great days and you have not so great days, and it's how do you respond,
Exactly. So we felt partnering with UTRGV Athletics was the right thing to do. It's been great for us. We're part of this community. We want UTRGV Athletics and UTRGV in general to be everywhere in the Valley. We want our kids growing up to have that opportunity to go out and play. There's great talent here in the Valley.
There is.
We just need that exposure, and this is that opportunity for our kids to go out there and to have that opportunity for them, and businesses, again, I'm a local business. I want my community to be great and to be able to give all these opportunities, all these options to the people, to the kids, to the families that live here. Right.
I love that.
So it just made sense, for us to partner with them. It hits the whole Valley in general. It's not just certain sections. It's a big draw. I think the sky's the limit for UTRGV Athletics.
Oh, it is.
It's on the way up right now, and we want to be a part of it before it even gets there. And I think we've done a great job partnering with them. They fit into our strategic plan, and we want to continue to be there. We want to continue to be a part of it.
Chase is doing a phenomenal job. Yeah, he's doing a great job leading that whole department. Even and Dr. Bailey, and not just the athletic department, but Dr. Bailey, and shout out to Dr. Maggie, just leading the entire school. I mean, everything is on the rise over there. So but you partnered with a great university.
what a great time, Bobby, to saddle up. You know,
For
what
sure.
a great time to saddle up with him.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah, we want to be a part of it. So we offer, 20% discount to all UTRGV students,
that's right.
because we want them to have a value meal, right? To come in here
Yeah.
and not have to spend so much money. We have those options for those guys. And
Do y'all
and
have
for our
any
community.
wing barns in St. Louis? Because my kid goes to college in St. Louis.
Can
And
we
my
get that?
pocketbook,
Can we get
my
that?
pocketbook needs a 20% discount at Wing Barn.
There you go. Yeah, maybe one day.
One day, yeah.
Hey, Bobby, I know I'm putting you on the spot right now, but would Saddle Up podcast ever be part of your strategic plan? You know, in future, like
for sure,
like a combo meal.
Our partnership to grow like a Saddle Up combo meal for $9.99. You know, and Matt
Definitely.
chooses the dessert and I choose the entree.
Yeah,
With
it's in
that
the works.
sauce
I mean,
that
I know
he likes.
we talked about it, and I want to make it happen. I definitely want to make it happen. I see us also. I mean, I want you guys to succeed, and we're here to help you guys as much as we can. And you're a partner of ours, and we want to continue that. So,
well, we
man,
love
you're
that
so kind, man.
Yeah, we love that you have trust in us because we pub Wing Bar in every episode in some form or fashion. We mention you guys, organically, and we love that because you kind of took a chance on us when we first started, and G had kind of pitched you the idea that this is what we're doing. And I remember G calling me and he was like, he didn't even ask any questions. He said, "What do you need?" like, what do you need? And I'll get it done for you. Just come by and pick it up. Right. And so for you to be so gracious and have the trust and the faith in us to kind of highlight your brand and protect it, because that's what we do. I can't thank you enough for believing in us, because you were the first.
Yeah, it means a lot. It means a lot to me to hear that, and Gonzalo myself, and then I've obviously met you, Matt, and I mean, you guys are solid. I mean, I can see the passion behind it, the passion for UTRGV, the passion for the Rio Grande Valley community, and that's exactly, I know how it is to start something. It's tough. It's hard. You want to knock on doors, and some people don't open those doors for you, and I've been there, sometimes I'm still there to this moment, we're here to support our fellow community, our fellow UTRGV, Rio Grande Valley community.
I just, again, want to say you were the first one, and you're always going to be the first one, right? And any other sponsors that want to get on now, because we've got a little momentum. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So,
right.
So any
that.
new sponsors that want to come on, you're not getting the Wing Barn price.
I like that. Hey, Bobby, so let's rewind a little bit, man. You spoke about all those characteristics, all those traits that you can learn from sports, and how you're implementing it within your family, with Jake, with Chase, and of course, we talked a little bit offline about the sports kind of, the little trainings that you're throwing your daughter. Talk about a little bit of what Jake and Chase are up to and how you're getting everybody prepared for that sports world.
Yeah, no, man, I'm excited. I mean, it's, children are a blessing in a sense, and I put so much time and energy, behind them. I do everything, with them in mind, and they've been just incredible, incredible athletes, incredible amount of passion, dedication that plays into their sports careers right now. And growing up, I mean, we would just support them. Travel teams, signing them up for things they didn't really want to do, but they did it because we sort of forced them. And now it's just natural for them to want to do it. Right. And I see the benefits now of all that time and energy that we put into their craft, when they were, 4 years old or so.
What's Jake up to right now?
Yeah, so Jake, he's a freshman at Brownsville Veterans Chargers High School, and he's fortunate enough he was on the varsity football team throughout the playoffs. He's on the varsity baseball team. So two sport varsity players.
Oh my God,
the freshman is just amazing. to be able to be on those teams, and
Yeah.
sometimes he doesn't
They
get
made
too
a
much
run
playing
last
time.
year. The veterans team
Yeah,
made a
and-
huge run last year. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Historic.
Yeah. So they went to the
Historic.
Final Four.
Yeah.
It was the Final Four. They were in the Final Four pretty much of the 5A football here in Texas, which is huge. And he found his way onto the field. So,
Amazing.
I've never even seen him, hike the ball. And he became the long snapper throughout the playoffs.
Wow.
And I was like, man, how does that happen? I've never even seen him long snap before. And
Well, we're gonna sign him up for the movie rights. We're gonna get the deal for the movie rights. So Saddle Up Media.
Man.
That's what we're gonna start next. G. We're gonna start
an athlete. Hey, an athlete is an athlete, man.
Yep.
An
We're gonna
athlete's
start
an
telling
athlete.
stories on the big screen, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
don't
what about
sign his
Chase?
rights away, Bobby. They're ours. We claim it.
Yeah, Chase. He's a great center. He's in 7th grade at Stillman Middle School here in Brownsville. Center, and then a defensive tackle on the defensive side. And again, he's learning, right? He's learning, but that work ethic is coming in, and coming in strong. He's a strong kid. I think he was deadlifting I think he's 13 years old, and he's deadlifting at over 350 pounds or so.
Well, we know. I think we know the football coach down in the valley, right? For UTRGV. Maybe we give him a call and send him some highlights in the next couple of years.
Get this guy on your radar.
How awesome would that be? How awesome would that be? Like, how proud of a moment would that be for you as a dad, not just as a businessman, but your son could possibly play for the university that you've supported for all these years. Like, how awesome would that be for you? And
let's put it out there in the universe right now.
Yeah,
right?
I'm putting it out there in the universe. The universe hears all. So manifestation.
Yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. That'd be so cool. To be able to. I hadn't even thought about it really. I don't want to put that much pressure.
We just manifested it, Bobby. But with that happening, you got to get rid of the red and black. No more Texas Tech. You got to support the orange. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, that would be a cool moment. Cool moment, and I'm sure that's their goal. And we're just helping them along the way to try to accomplish that, and anything that we can do to help them. We're here for it. But
you know what? Anything that G and I can do, we'll help him as well. So whatever we can do. We would love to help him.
How about your little girl? How is she? How's she kind of fallen into place with athletic? I know we talked about Matt not having any kind of athletic ability up until maybe 16 or 17 years old. What kind of
is when I got my athleticism? Yeah. Yeah.
If that.
He was dead on. He was dead on. You can make fun all you want, but it was.
I'm not making fun.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun.
I
would never do that to you.
Yeah, I know Hannah, she's 3 years old, and she's the boss of the house, man. She controls everything. She's bossy.
Miss Hannah, that's right.
Hannah.
Yeah, and she's my only daughter too, so it was a blessing.
Oh, she's daddy's little girl.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
so,
man.
but no, I can see the athleticism in her already. I mean, she has it in her. I think she's going to be a heck of an athlete, and she's pretty tall for her age too. So I'm hoping she gets the height and maybe that athleticism. So, I see it. I see it happening.
I love it. Well, a couple of weeks ago when I was down in Edinburgh and I finally got to meet you and your lovely wife, I can tell that you guys are solid human beings, and it's no surprise that your endeavors, Wing Barn, it is successful. Like, there's no surprise, because you guys are just solid human beings and about the community, and you have this aura about you right from the first time I met you, that you just kind of give that off. So I wish you all the success.
Thank you, man.
Talk about hey Bobby, talk a little bit about how Barnyard kind of came to light with Wing Barn. Yeah.
Well, it's Wing Barn's already got to a size, not that it's huge, right? But it's pretty big, for me.
Come on, brag about it, Bobby. How many stores you got? How many locations you got? Come on.
Yeah, we have 10 locations across the Rio Grande Valley.
There you go.
From Brownsville all the way to South McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission, Westlaco.
I love it.
San Juan. But so Barnyard, we wanted to come into the bar scene a little bit. we don't have a full bar at Wing Barn. We wanted to create that full bar experience and more of that gourmet burger in regards to there's nothing like that in Brownsville.
Yeah.
Right. So that's where that idea came in. Again, having Daniel on the team, having, that chef background, inspiration comes into play where we can sort of test things out. And I didn't want to test anything with Wing Barn. I didn't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
So I said, let's try to create something else that we can sort of test and see if it works. And if it does, then maybe that's the next
that was going to be my
project.
next question. You answered that.
Right.
Like getting a Barnyard at South Potter Island, I think would kill it. Getting something in Edinburgh close to the university, obviously, would absolutely kill it. So
that's right.
I know that if you're behind it and the family's behind you, Anna and the kids, the sky's the limit for you guys, and it will succeed.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Well,
so I just ask, just support us, come out, try us out if you haven't. Wing Barn's part of the community, part of, the Rio Grande Valley. We want to be a part of it. So give us a try. Give us that.
I definitely will. I have one question before G gets to his this and that questions. Now, I was cleaning out my when I moved to San Diego, I bought a bunch of boxes, obviously from Texas, and I was cleaning out some stuff, and I found my Pan Am ID from like 1997. Obviously, it's expired, but if I was to show up to Wing Barn, do y'all check IDs for expiration on like school IDs? Can I show it to get to 20%?
Wow.
We'll make it work for you, Matt. We'll make anything for you. So we'll let it pass. Yeah.
Oh, all right, G. I got my question answered. That's all it. I'm coming with my 1997 ID, and I get 20% off.
Amazing that you would ask that question, man. Like I thought you were better than that, but apparently. All right, so Bobby, we got a speed round of questions. Obviously, you can gift yourself as many gift cards as you want.
Who's it sponsored by, G? Let them know who it's sponsored by.
Well, he can by him.
All right.
So usually, but maybe what? I don't know if you've tried Cinnaholic, Bobby.
I haven't. Yeah. I need to get out there.
We'll throw some Cinnaholics in there for you too.
And maybe Dalai Lama, maybe a Dalai Lama, shout out to Lalo and
Shane
and our boy Shane Peterson that have those two.
You go work out at Hard Knocks and then go straight over to Cinnaholics, and it works out.
That's right.
Oh man. All right. So we just got a couple of questions, Bobby. It's not a long one, just kind of this or that. It doesn't take a lot of just real quick responses. And the last one's going to be the most important. We're going to test your basketball knowledge. Okay. Just want to kind of give you the heads up on that. All right. All right. Let's do it. Superman or Batman?
Superman.
All right. Pickleball or handball?
Pickleball.
Pickleball is good. That's a good choice. Mustard or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Barnyard or Wing Barn?
Man. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. I can't answer that one. They're both. They're both.
They're both. Okay.
Both,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you an easy one.
Dude, he's never coming back if you keep putting him in a spot like that, man.
Yeah. He can handle it. He played sports. He can handle it. Wing Barn or Whataburger?
Oh, Wing Barn.
Wing Barn for sure.
Easy. I told you it was an easy one. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Yep. Hot showers, man. Beach or mountains?
Oh, mountains. I'm too fair-skinned.
All right. I got it. All right.
Get the sunburns.
Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
All right. Boat or plane?
Plane.
Okay. Scary or drama?
Scary.
All right. rap or country?
Oh,
Country.
All right. I got you. All right. Last one, Bobby. You're bringing the ball down the court.
oh my God.
All right.
Here we go.
You've got the ball. Hey, Matt, I got to ask the question, man. I got to. Bob, and I've seen Bobby and I have played together on the same court, by the way. All right. And I've seen him bring the ball down the floor. The guy is a freaking bull in a china closet. Don't get in his way. That's like the Bobby rule is get the hell out of the way. Make a business decision because the dude's going to attack the basket. So
He's
here
like
he
Karl
comes.
Malone back in the day.
Yeah. Here he comes coming down the floor. Bobby, I'm sitting in the corner. You know how I can shoot it. You've seen it. All right. Matt, 6'10". I mean, what your stats, Matt? Give your stats real quick, just so you can get some context.
I mean, I
Give your stats.
average like 3 dunks a game. I mean,
Okay.
Been on Sports Center a couple times. Like,
All right.
that's
Okay.
it.
I said stats. I didn't say. All right. So here we go. Bobby, you're coming down. Somebody actually is going to take a charge. Like literally actually does it, has the nerve to do it, the guts to stay in front, to get in front of you. You either have a choice to kick it to me in the corner for a 3 or lob it to Matt for a dunk. Which one is it?
I played with you, so I probably have to pass it out for the 3.
Oh man. That fucking question was loaded, dude. It was loaded. I've met Bobby in person one time. Well, I've been around Bobby twice in my life, right?
Yeah.
But that was a loaded question, man.
It was a loaded question, totally set up. I totally had the advantage. I'm sorry, Matt. Someday somebody will pick.
You know what?
Matt
I got the item for you now, Bobby, for the Sal Up. You should do like loaded fries. Because that question was like loaded as
loaded.
that question was loaded, man. Like, okay, Bobby, if you don't want to be on Sports Center for throwing the pass, like, okay, kick it to G, like whatever. It's your prerogative,
Stop being a sore loser. Stop being a sore loser. We learned a lot. Bobby talked about it in the beginning of the show. All the things that you learn about yourself in sports. Okay, so use it right now. Sure. You just got knocked down. Get yourself back up. Dust yourself off. Get yourself back in the game.
I'm just competitive. I just want Bobby to shine, and kicking it to you is probably not the best thing. Like, So I'm just competitive. That's all. I won't hold it against him. He's gonna let me show up with my expired ID and get 20% off. So it's all good.
Oh well, man,
for sure.
Bobby, I know you're a busy man. You got all these things going on. You got Wing Barns, you got Barnyard, you got your family man, community man. We want to really wish you the best. It's an honor for me to call you a friend. It's an honor for Matt to call you a friend.
Yes.
And it's an honor for everything that you're about, everything that you that you are, for the community. We're honored to be a part of it, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem, guys. Thank you for everything you do for Wing Barn. Anything that we can do for you, again, just let us know. And again, we're part of the community here. We want everybody to succeed, and we just want to be a part of it.
Oh, fantastic.
There you go, man. Wing Barn for the people, man.
Yeah, Wing Barn. And that combo, that Sal Up combo is coming soon, guys. We'll let you in on more information.
Thank you, Bobby, for being on, man. We really appreciate you.
Take care. Until next week, guys. V's up.
Like, we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean. Like, something happened